Hi guys, thank you for watching my YouTube channel. I'm Arving Gonzalez, and this is the last LIDOM draft analysis. We are just less than an hour away from the beginning of the draft, where the 16th from LIDOMs are gonna be picking their next players for 16th rounds. So 96 players are gonna be chosen today. I mean, a scenario where every team use their 16th rounds. I want to thank you for the support you've been giving me since I began this project like 4 or 5 days ago. I'm really, I really appreciate it. And right now, we're gonna talk about some offensive players that I feel I have to talk about because they are gonna be picked on the first 3 rounds. Let's begin with Willy Vásquez. He plays for the Rays, and in the top prospect rankings, here's number 10. He is originally a shortstop, but now he's playing on the third base because of Carson Williams, who is the third best prospect and the main shortstop prospect for the Tampa Bay Rays. So he moved to third base to give space for him. And about Vasquez, he's just 21 year old. You can see his numbers like in this season. He's been playing in single A for the Charleston River Dogs. They are playing in the playoff right now at 256 batting average, 313 OBP, and 410 slugging for a 723 OPS. Not that good. In fact, just average numbers during the season. 21 doubles, 9 triples, and 10 home runs, nice distribution, and a lot of strikeouts, 126 and only 36 base on balls and 25 stolen base. But the good thing about Willy Vásquez, he's been hitting the ball really well. Like you can see in the last 30 games, in 115 at bats, he hit 5 homers, 4 doubles, and 3 triples. And he strike out 30 times and 13 base on balls. That's a very frequency. And look at the triple slash line. So 278 batting average, way better than the whole season. 351 OBP and 496. It's slugging, and that's gonna give you 847 OPS. So he's playing way better in the last month. He finishes the season strong, and he's a really good prospect. And there are some concerns about he's gonna stay on the third base for a long term, but he has such nice tools, like you can see in the 2080 scouting scale, like 50 power and 45 hit. 45 is just slightly above average, and the power is have room to improve. But what I like also about him is the fielding, 55. So that's really promising. And as you can see in the MLB pipeline biography, he wasn't a high-profile player with the Rays signing in 2019, but he earned more attention, and he's doing so well right now that he's the 10th best prospect in one of the best farms in MLB, the Tampa Bay Rays. So that's a player that you should keep an eye on. He should be going in the first 4 or 5 rounds. And next player I wanna talk to you guys about is Kevin Alcántara. Alcántara is having a strong season. As you can see here, he finishes the season with a 273 batting average, but a 360 OBP. That's really good, and a 451 slugging for a 811 OPS. And not only that, he hit 15 homers. And look at that, 55 baseball balls. That's really good for a 19-year-old. Currently, he's playing in the playoffs for Middlebridge Pelicans. And he's playing the second game. That series is the second game. And Alcántara was part of the trade who sent Anthony Rizzo to the Yankees. He was originally signed by the New York Yankees in 2018 with a $1 million bonus. And about Alcántara, he have a really good frame. Like, you can feel it. He sits and he's pretty athletic with that height. And also he have gaining some weight, like muscle weight. So when you see like his scouting grades, he's a 55 overall player, which is pretty good, and have 50 grade hitting, 55 power, and a really good arm with 55. He's playing on the center field, and some concerns about he will be staying there. But again, if he moves to the right field, he have a pretty good arm, 55 in the 2080 scouting scale. And also with the fielding, he's pretty good, 55 in the fielding. And also he runs pretty good. He's a really good base runner. He scored only 14 bases this season, but he's capable of doing more than that. And something that I like about the reports that I've read about Kevin Alcántara is about his makeup. They say that he's very smart and have a strong work ethic. So that's really important when you are scouting. You are scouting a player to draft it for your team for LIDOM, like the makeup, how he does outside the outfield. That's really important. Next guy we gonna talk about is also an outfielder and plays for the Minnesota Twins. And talking about Emmanuel Rodríguez, as you can see in the screen, he's just 19-year-old and he's a lefty. His ETA is 2024. He was signed on July 2nd, 2019. He has a 60 arm. That's amazing. And also 55 on power and running, and a 50 hitting and fielding. He's the whole package. He's a complete player. He has a ceiling to be a 5-tool player. And thing you have to keep an eye on him is about like going to the opposite way when batting. So he mostly has shown up the pull side, as far as you can see here in the biography from MLB Pipeline. So that's something to keep an eye on. But when you see his stats this season, a 492 OBP, that's huge. It was a shortened season for him. He was dealing with some injuries, just 47 games, but that's basically half of the season, or almost half of the season. But he doesn't have that a high amount of at-bats, but what we show was really good for his first full season. He was good also last season, his first in 2021, because he was part of the players who were delayed on his development because of the pandemic. He signed on 2019. And things about him, he's the third prospect from the Minnesota Twins. The Twins doesn't have that good farm right now, but he's good. He have a lot of things to improve. He doesn't swing and miss. He does a lot of contact, and he have like that willingness to draw walks. That's really impressive on a 19-year-old. So they could be going in the third round or sooner. Let's see how it goes. And another player I wanna talk about is from the Colorado Rockies. There's a bunch of Colorado Rockies prospects who are going to be available on the draft tonight. So I'm talking another video about Amador, and right now I'm gonna talk about Warming Bernabel. Bernabel was signed in the 2018-2019 period with a $900,000 bonus for the Colorado Rockies. He's right now 20 years old. He's a righty who plays in the third base, and he had a pretty good season this year with two teams in the Rocky system in A+ with the Spokane Indians and also in Fresno's Grizzlies. And in general, A69 OPS, that's really impressive for him. I think this was, that's his first season when he plays like plus 90 games. So this is his first full professional season, and let's see more. 26 doubles, 14 home runs. And only 56 strikeouts in 367 at bats. That's really, really encouraging. 31 walks. He did great. Things you can see here in the screen. He's a 50 overall player, and his best tool is the hitting, 55. That's amazing. Also a 50 power with possibility to improve. And he was a shortstop, but he was moved to third. He's still learning his body, but his hands work really well, and he has more than enough arm for the hot corner. So that's something really important. He worked with former Rockies legend Vinny Castilla at intros on both sides of the ball. So that's something that should really help Warming Bernabel, which is possibly going to be going in the first round, in the worst case scenario in the second round. So the last player I'm going to talk about in this video is not a batter, it's a pitcher, and it's a righty. Right now I'm talking about Cristian Mena, which is the 10th best prospect for the Chicago White Sox. And in 2022, he's only 19 years old. In 2022, he had a 380 ERA, 24 starts, 104 innings. That's his first full season. Less hits allowed than innings pitches. That's a good sign. Only 7 homers. Really good. A high base on balls rate, 38. And that's about like 35% of base on balls. Really high. And 126 strikeouts. Really good. And also, he have a high whip because of all the walks he issued, and the batting average is 252, which is not bad. And let's talk about his tools. So he's a 45 overall player based on the 2080 scouting grades, and his best pitch is the curveball. He signed for just $250,000 in 2019, and again the pandemic shut down pushed his pro debut to 2021, and that's why he waited so long. And also, he works in the low 90s and reached 95 with his fastball. And his best pitch, as I said, is the curveball, which features true downer break and grades as a plus pitch at his best. He flashed some field for a mid-80 changeup, though it gets too firm and he doesn't fully trust it yet. He's athletic and his delivery doesn't have much effort, but he's still learning to repeat his mechanic, and that's really important, that having that kind of consistency in the delivery, because the better your delivery is, the more consistency it has, the best command, best control you're gonna have as a pitcher, and that's really important. So that's everything for today, and I invite you to go to the also YouTube LIDOM TV channel. LIDOM TV, that's the channel from the LIDOM, and they're gonna be live streaming the draft there. And also I'm gonna make, after the draft, I'm gonna make like some reactions. So thank you for watching, thank you for the support, and if you're not subscribed, I invite you to do it, because I'm gonna be covering the whole season for LIDOM, and it's gonna be exclusively in English. So if you doesn't speak Spanish, if you don't speak Spanish, don't worry, I got you. And thanks a lot for watching this video, and I'm gonna see you in another opportunity. Bye bye.